Welcome, Lighthouse Education Consultants. I'm Dr. Bryan. Today we're looking at when is dual enrollment the best option. You can click on the link below, join our email list. You'll get access to 4 free webinars that are not on YouTube. Plus, you'll get a lot of other free stuff that we come across throughout the year. So dual enrollment, when is this the best option? Well, when there's no AP or IB offering at your school. And sometimes that happens. You just do not have instructors available to teach those classes. And at the local high school where a lot of our students come from, there are some AP options. There's no IB option. But within 20-minute drive to a different school system, there's no AP there, but there is IB. So it's just going to depend what's available. So if it's not available, you're going to have to look at your local either community colleges or four-year schools for a dual enrollment option. Another thing you got to look at when the teacher offering AP or IB is new to those schools, and it might be their first-year teacher, or they're just new to the program, or they have a BA or BS degree. You got to ask yourself, is this the best person to be teaching me at the college level? And the reason I point this out is college professors are required to have master's degrees. Now, that's a bigger thing. They have to have it for the schools to meet their accreditation standards. We're not going to get into all that, but there is a reason why they're teaching at college and not teaching high school. One thing, and this is not something you're going to have access to the information to on this next one. You're going to have to sit down with the guidance department and the administration to make this decision. But you've got to look at when the teacher traditionally has students who earn low scores on the test. So you're never going to be able to see, oh, well, they had 5 1s and 6 2s and 1 5. It's not going to break down like that. But you can sit down with the principal and say, hey, I don't want my child going into a class where traditionally they score all 1s. I need them in a class that they're going to score all 5s. And if that's not available, then AP/IB is not my route. What is the pass rate of students and how many score at that higher level? 4s and 5s. And remember, if you've got a child who's wanting to go to one of these top Ivy League schools, or they want to go to a good research institute, 4s and 5s are what they have to have. That 3 is probably not going to cut it, nor is the 4 or 5 for the IB. How does the teacher grade? Are you getting good feedback? And again, these are just questions to ask because that plays a role into this. Hey, your writing's amazing, but really it's not. And then you come to the test and they fail. That's not good feedback from the teacher. So you got to get in there and ask about that. And then, what type of training does the teacher have? Do they go to extra stuff? Have they been trained for gifted and talented? Have they taught honors classes? Have they taught different stuff? Again, these are, if you're putting your child into these AP, IB classes, if that person is not prepared to teach that class, and you don't want to take the chance of your child taking the class, because what happens if they fail? Or they do, you got an A in class, but you got a 1 on the test. Well, what did you really learn in there? So, how to look at dual enrollment. They're college classes. They have professors with master's degrees. If going to an in-state school, most have articulation agreements with minimum scores or a grade, C or better, B or better, and guaranteed credit transfer to these 4-year schools. Now, I worked at a community college, and there are agreements for every school in the state. And we readily tell students, if you're in dual enrollment, already go look at that and see what's available, what will transfer, what won't transfer. And a lot of times it'll say they'll accept the class, but it can't be used as a top-level requirement for graduation. And again, you just got to get in there and look around and see what those agreements say. If going to an out-of-state school, you got to look at the requirements to see what can and cannot be transferred. A lot of the out-of-state schools, they just want a heads up before you come in. And I've seen this happen. I've seen it happen numerous times. I've seen students go into dual enrollment. They get upwards to 15 to 20 to 30 credits. And when they apply to that new school, they're not, they want to go to a new school out of state. They're not applying as incoming freshmen. They're sometimes applying as sophomores. So they're in a different pool with transfer. And sometimes that's a better option for them to get into that school. So there's some benefits of getting that stuff out of the way. Usually, too, dual enrollment's cost is about 1/3 of what a 4-year school's cost would be. So there's some financial benefits of doing dual enrollment if you have a child is going to go 4 years. gives a first-hand account of what is expected at college. And I don't know any AP class that gives a first-hand, because you can't, in a high school setting, mirror what is a college setting. There's different things going on. There's different groups that are involved. I've never seen a high school study group that mirrored a study group that it was at college. So there's some different things. There's some benefits for dual enrollment. Thanks for coming by. Watch this video. I have another video on why AP is better, so go look at that and look for other Lighthouse products. Please click on the link below and sign up for our email list. By doing so, you're going to receive 4 free webinars. And good luck in reaching all your educational goals.